Cold and freezing weather has started gripping many parts of the country. South African Weather Services has further warned of the possibility of more flooding in KwaZulu-Natal. Now for an update on the weekend's weather forecast, I'm joined by Jacqueline Modika, who is the SA Weather Services Senior Forecaster, Disaster Risk Reduction. Jacqueline, good afternoon. Thanks for speaking to us. I suppose we must talk about KZN and the potential floods in that part of the country.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to all your viewers as well. Yes, that is the situation that we're facing right now, is that we have a cut-off low system that is situated over the central parts of the country, and it is actually affecting most parts of South Africa right now. It's basically just the Western Cape and parts of the Eastern Cape that is cleared out, and as well as parts of the Northern Cape. But all other provinces is expected to be affected by this weather system, of which again KwaZulu-Natal is at the brunt of the worst of it all. So currently what is taking place is that we've had persistent rainfall over the KwaZulu-Natal province ever since yesterday. We've had snowfalls over Lesotho and the Drakensberg regions as well. And the South African Weather Service has issued a few warnings out, especially for disruptive rain for the KwaZulu-Natal province. Then our latest numerical prediction models came in today, and it shows that the system is actually intensifying, and therefore there was a need for us to upgrade the warning levels that has already been issued. So as things currently stand for the KwaZulu-Natal province, especially along its coastline, this is now the coastline north of Margate, stretching right up to the Zululand, the Richards Bay area in the northern parts of KZN, and as well as its adjacent interior, as far north as the Pongola region as well. We have got a red level 10 alert out for disruptive rain. What this means is that there is a very high likelihood for the impact over this area to be severe, and the decision to upgrade this alert has been taken in conjunction with the disaster management centers, the provincial disaster management of KwaZulu-Natal, and also endorsed by the National Disaster Management of South Africa, because the seriousness of this system is of such that KwaZulu-Natal already suffered great devastation, as we all know, in the previous two systems that affected them so greatly during April, and still the province is struggling to recover. And then the amount of rain and the system of its intensity now is threatening to cause more devastation in the province, and this is going to lead to widespread flooding of areas. It's going to lead to mudslides, and the rest is going to lead to big communities once again probably being cut off, and it's going to be a great and extensive disruption even in service delivery over the area. So these are the impacts that this weather system is going to have over KwaZulu-Natal. So this warning is in effect as of today, and it will also be in effect tomorrow, and we're expecting things to start clearing up as from Monday onwards. However, the system is also affecting other parts of the country, as I've said, that we do have an alert out even for severe thunderstorms, a level 4 severe thunderstorms, and this is now going to be affecting parts of Gauteng for the remainder of later this evening into tomorrow, as well as parts of Mpumalanga and the southern parts of the Limpopo province, that we are expecting a medium likelihood of some minor to major impacts over certain areas. So it can be accompanied by some rain and localized flooding that can be a result of these thunderstorms, as well as it having an effect on a large amount of small hail. And I think we've already had reports of some small hail, especially in the southern parts of Gauteng earlier today. And then we also expect that there can be some gustiness and windiness with these storms as they move over. So that is basically what we're trying to warn the public of in these provinces, and that people must be very cautious, and that they should work together with the authorities who is trying to get them to safety, who is when road closures are there, that people shouldn't attempt to try and drive through these mountain passes, because because, like I said, snow has already been occurring since last night. It's going to continue for today, especially in the Drakensberg region, and it might even be there for tomorrow. Systematically, the snow will then clear up, but the disruptive rain will continue. And when people see there's flooding of roads, low-lying bridges, of rivers and streams, that they should never attempt to cross such. They shouldn't attempt to cross it on foot. They shouldn't attempt to drive over it, because we know what the outcome of that is. And unfortunately, in situations like this, almost always lives are lost.
Jacqueline, certainly detailed as much as it is frightening, particularly when you talk about KZN. Now, if I do recall, we had rainfall in the region of 200 mils, I think, that led to a lot of that devastation. Just how much rainfall is expected in KZN over the next couple of days?
The system is going to produce similar results. So what the prediction models are showing right now is that rainfall can range from anything between 150 mils, and it could be reaching 200 mils in certain places. So that is why we had to upgrade the warning to a level 10, which is the highest level of alert, because this is the only way that we can communicate the seriousness and the devastation that might follow because of this weather system. And hopefully that people will be compliant when it comes to taking personal responsibility for their safety, staying indoors, avoiding places, as I've just mentioned before, and to work with all authorities that might be approaching them for their own safety.
Jacqueline Modika, we thank you for your time this afternoon, and she's the South African Weather Services Senior Forecaster, Disaster Risk Production, and she's talking about a level 10 warning for KZN, and that is the highest level possible. So please be careful out there.